Today I'm going to show you one simple trick to make your weak DI guitars sound much better. It'll make them sound like they were recorded on a much more expensive interface without having to spend the money on a brand new Apollo. So the thing that separates a good interface from a great interface is 1, the preamp, and 2, the way that they convert audio to digital. There's only so much we can do about the conversion, but with the preamp, we can just easily. So this question came about from one of the comments in one of my other videos. Someone was asking, do I need to buy a new interface to record DIs and send them to be mixed professionally? And I was like, no, I've definitely got a lot of Saffire recordings and the pre's aren't the best and the conversion's not the best. So this is what I normally do when I'm getting slightly weaker DIs than I would like. So I'm just gonna put this DI guitar in the center and we'll listen to it without anything on it. So you can hear it's quite flubby, it's pretty weak. So right away, let's throw a preamp on it. So I was lucky enough that this company, Fuse Audio Labs, actually sent me their whole catalog of plugins. So full disclosure, I didn't pay for these, but I really like this specific preamp. I really like this one, the 562A, but you can use any preamp. So I wanted to give it a little bit more clarity and a little bit more high end. So let's just reef the high end for a bit. So already we got a much more jangly sound, which was kind of making the notes pop out more and a bit more of the chug. So let's hear what it sounds like with an amp on. So we can also add more low end. And I would agree with these terms. It definitely makes the bass more controlled and the high end more controlled. I'm getting a more consistent sound and it's a little bit fuller. All right, cool. Now let's hear it in the mix. So not a drastic difference. I do notice that the one with the preamp has a lot more control. I do like moments of the track without the preamp, but I find that in general, the track with the preamp, it just sounds more glued and it sounds more consistent. You can take this high control. Let's try to just reef it. We're getting a lot more of the presence and the clarity of the pick hitting the string. So you can hear that second one without the preamp is a lot more flubbier. There's more low end, but flubby low end. And this one's only lacking the low end because I reefed the hell out of the high control. So you can really see the power of this trick. So now let's go to a chuggy section. I kind of copied and pasted a riff until it was a breakdown. So let's listen to this. Especially on these. You can hear that it jumps out a little bit more since there's more high end before the amp itself, and we're getting rid of a little bit of low end by adding more high end than we are low end. Let's reef it less. Let's try a different kind of technique with this one. So at this point, we're basically distorting it slightly or saturating it slightly before we hit the overdrive pedal that is then hitting the amp. And we're just giving the guitar a lot more character before it even sees any other plugin. And I'm cool with it distorting a bit because it's kind of flattening out and making it more consistent. Because it's also making those bing, bang, bang, those bends sustain a lot longer and flatten them out. So I won't have to use as much gain on my amp, and therefore I can get a slightly better tone. So you can hear right away that first note, the one without the preamp, it goes boom, and it kind of dies out almost instantly. I am reefing the high end a bit more and giving it a little bit more low, and then also like compressing and distorting it a little bit by pushing the gain up and pulling the output volume down. And let's go to a different part. That's a huge difference. It kind of reminds me of the Neuro DSP grind pedal, what it adds to the guitars, which is really cool because sometimes I just have to throw Nameless on just to use only the pedal, which is annoying. So try this out on your own productions and let me know how this works for you. You just add a little bit of character, and then that way the guitars have way more character going into the amp, and the amp doesn't have to do as much of the heavy lifting. The less heavy lifting that one plugin has to do, the better. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video at all, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Really makes a difference. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Wow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.